Can you hear me? And I heard you making the most of it, telling everybody that I'm wearing chaddis because you could see it in that reflection in there. Yeah, but thank God I was wearing like shorts, and not like something like scandalizing. Yeah.
But we have the guy who runs.
Imagine if I was wearing women's pantyhose. That was it. That was the story. It would be live breaking news.
Then Bollywood Hungama and Bombay Times would have it on the front page.
That'd
Vivek
be
Oberoi
crazy.
in pantyhose.
Fantastic. They would probably think it's a film that I'm doing after Great Grand Masti. The title.
And on this platform, we could easily integrate it.
Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. You look all fresh.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of makeup.
It's the 6 o'clock shade and all that, that whole stubble and everything. Oh my God.
I have to do this here. If we have somebody as charming as you coming on, then I had to do all of this. But I'm thrilled to welcome the guy who played the Prime Minister. And I'm thrilled to welcome somebody who's actually the owner. All of you don't know this. He's the owner of the Oberoi group of hotels. He secretly owns all of those hotels. So whenever you go there.
I wish, but no. Yeah.
No, but he's one of the finest human beings, and I am so grateful कि आपने समय निकाल के you have spent some time with IMUN on this show called Kuch To Karo Na. So thank you so much, Vivek Bhai, for coming and doing this.
Rishabh, I must say that you and the entire team at IMUN is doing a phenomenal job even at this kind of time. Keeping people's spirits up here, बहुत जरूरी है to keep people positive and not, dealing with all the stress that they're dealing with right now. There's so much fear everywhere, no? So this is really cool that, it reminds me of a little story I was telling my kids that a clock got lost, right? Ghadi, in a house, and everybody was like panicked. Oh my God, that's such an expensive watch or बहुत expensive clock hai. Dhundo, screaming, shouting, fear. Oh my God, somebody's stolen it, da. And after some time, when they couldn't find it, they moved out into another room, and this little 5-year-old kid just found it and went and gave it to the parents. And the parents said, my God, we couldn't find it anywhere. We searched for it everywhere. We couldn't find it. How did you find it? And the kid just calmly said that when all of you left and the chaos left and the fear and the madness left, I just sat down calmly and I heard the tick tock of the clock and I found it. And I think the coronavirus, this lockdown is kind of a time where we need to do the same thing as that 5-year-old kid. Sit in one place and listen to the tick-tock inside, man. Listen to the little ticking of the heart inside and all the things that we wanted to do and, say to our loved ones. It's time to say it now.
Superstars. Just like the superstar that you are, but we should listen to the TikTok. Now tell me, are you talking? Are you?
I'm on Instagram and I'm talking about TikTok. Yes,
are you secretly promoting?
Yes.
Has Vivek Oberoi joined TikTok finally?
I have actually. I'm on TikTok now.
Really?
Yeah, I just did a video thanking all the wonderful people for the love and support they've given me because on 12th of April, I completed 18 years in the industry. And it's been a crazy ride.
I can't put down the phone because it'll fall. Otherwise, I would have clapped. But you can see that. But tell me, between TikTok and Instagram, which is your preferred platform? Before we get all serious, let me ask you a few easy.
I think different things for different things, right? So Instagram is great for imagery, great for artistic expression and stuff like that. TikTok is just funny. It's just so much fun. It's entertaining. It's engaging, and hours of making it up. And especially at a time like this where you switch on anything and you only see depressing news. Everything's so scary and depressing. At a time like that, people are being creative and funny at TikTok. I love it.
All you guys who don't already follow him on TikTok, including me, because I'm not on TikTok. Imagine if I was on TikTok, it would be the most hilarious thing. But
I think it'd be really funny on TikTok. Jacqueline's on TikTok, by the way, your friend.
Jackie's so sweet, isn't she? Like she's like a bundle of energy. Oh my God, like handling her on this Insta Live, she'd come on Insta Live and she was 3 times the energy that I was. And it was like, oh my God. But tell me, you are a bundle of energy in yourself. The amount of stuff that you do is incredible, So I must tell all of you guys who are watching and all the people who are going to be watching this after that apart from being that wonderful on-screen actor, this guy is like that hidden philanthropist who does everything for a social cause. Like, bloody hell, you walk the runway for a social cause. the best part about this is you don't even make a big deal about it. You're like one of those secret, the guys who just donate and don't even mention and speak about it. But I'm going to force you to speak about some things. Today, let me start with, if you don't mind.
Sure, sure.
One of the things I really want you to talk about is this initiative called Hum Sab Saath Saath Hai.
I know that. It sounds like a Suraj Barjatia film, but the initiative is actually called Saath, right? Saath stands for Support, Aid and Assist the Helpless. And this is something that we started about 2 weeks ago, Rishabh, when we started seeing all the plight of daily wage workers. Right next to my bungalow is a building where there's construction going on. And I saw 12 labor families just stuck. And the contractor couldn't get there. These guys didn't have accounts. I mean, they were all in shambles because they had nothing to eat. And then, of course, my house, we started cooking and sending food to them to support these 12 families, but said that there needs to be a more sustainable way to do this. And that's when I reached out to my folks at FinancePeer, at my company. And since we're into the whole business of, interest-free financing for students, we thought, how about finding a direct disbursement line where we, directly deposit it into the accounts of registered accounts, verified accounts of daily wage laborers. In fact, funnily enough, today we've made it live. It's gone live on Twitter today, and anybody can go out there, check it out on my handle, or just financepeer.com, FINANCE, finance, PEER, peer.com, and you can see it. So the idea is that, there is a lot of people who are watching this and will watch this later, and maybe they want to donate 100 rupees and take care of a family for a day, right? And instead of a cup of coffee, right? A gourmet cup of coffee is 150 bucks. So here you are, helping a family survive a whole day in something like this. So whether it's paying rent, whether it's eating food or medical supplies or emergencies, we've been able to support more than 10,000 families since the last time we spoke, Rishabh. And it's been amazing. It's been a really fulfilling experience. And it's growing every day. Everybody from the film industry, spot boys, to light boys, to workers, to dihadi laborers, to Uber auto drivers, Ola auto drivers, we've been supporting all of them. So it's been a great experience.
This is very moving, very touching, and also it's something that I think very few people do, yeah. So really commendable. Instead of just putting up these...
When this interview is done, go onto my Twitter handle and just see a video that I've posted, which just has thank yous from the people who've received it, right? They've been so sweet. They just shot a selfie video and said thank you and sent it back to us. And some of them don't even know how to pronounce FinancePeer, and some of them don't even know how to pronounce my name. But it's not about what it is, but it's a thought.
The last one I don't believe.
It's the thought that counts. I mean, it's so sweet. So it's been an exceptional experience getting thank yous from them. And now we're asking people whether you want to donate or not. Don't donate if you don't want to, but at least go on and just, put your hand on your heart and just say, "Aap akele nahi, hum aapke saath hain." That will give them a sense of strength and moral support that I think is so essential at this time. Sab itne depression mein, people are so worried at this point. This time, especially with insecurity of the daily wage laborers, if we give them this love, they feel that genuine support, even from strangers.
Like I said in the beginning, hum sab saath saath hai.
Yes.
But honestly, now you make me look stupid for doing these 7 o'clock lives. I thought I'm infusing for changing lives, but I'm glad that we're getting to know more about stuff like this, because I think this is what we can contribute to. Like you rightly said, it could be $100 and that could be about it, but the idea is every 100 counts.
Yeah, and if it's not even that you don't want to donate, it's fine if you don't want to donate. Put it out there, push it out there so other people know, because right now the structure is that, you donate to an overarching fund, which is important, but this is immediate impact, right? This is directly going into their account. They get a message saying that the fund has been received. Whether it's $100, $200, they feel that credits come into their account and then they can go out there. So we've been sending roughly about 1,000 rupees to each family, consolidating and sending it. And that's been really, really impactful.
So every 1,000 eventually makes that hotel that you can see behind me. You see the Oberoi Towers right behind me out there. I'm joking, but you're doing an incredible and a wonderful job. But let me take you to the next part of what I want to ask you. The show is called Kuch To Corona. Give us an insight to your life in the times of Corona. Has anything changed?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's been phenomenal. Like that little kid that I just told you about, the clock, right? Tick, tick, tick in there. There's so many things that I've discovered about my children that I didn't know. My son is 7, my daughter is 5,
You knew
and
that
I didn't.
if your wife is listening to this program, you are in a in a soup.
No, no, I'm an involved dad, yeah. Come on, itna to mat bolo.
Imagine
But there's so
you
many things that I didn't know, yeah, and just to spend time with the kids, to spend time with the wife, and just to be a part of the house, yeah. And of course, on the other side of things, I'm also learning to appreciate how much exactly my wife does at home, because the day goes by with all the household chores. We've let go of most of our house help. Domestic staff is mostly at home, and we're asking them to stay put there, be safe. But yeah, so doing everything ourselves has been an adventure. It's also a test of a marriage, I think, in terms of. So sometimes I think, when I thought I did a great job when I started cooking dinners in the kitchen.
correct.
In fact, after this live, I'm going to head down to the kitchen and cook dinner for the family.
So
And but initially, I got told off because after the dinner I cooked, it looked like there was a storm that had hit the kitchen. There was more work in terms of fixing the kitchen and putting things back rather than the work that would been for my wife to just fix us dinner. But I've become a master chef now. My kids are officially approving.
will we see you in the next season of MasterChef India? Are we seeing
Maybe
Vivek
if they pay me enough.
that over Big Boss, right? MasterChef or Big Boss?
I don't know.
You're not saying to anyone.
No, yeah, no. Your Master Chef's more my kind of story.
Yeah, no, and I we would love to.
I can't thrive in negativity. Yeah, it's just difficult.
But I think with all the positivity you exude, the positivity on screen that you exuded. So one of the things that I'm going to tell everyone that they should do is watch your on-screen performance in and as Prime Minister Modi. In the
Thank you.
Corona. But tell me this one thing: where can we find this on the OTT platforms? Which platform is this available on?
Well, it's actually coming out very soon digitally. I'm not allowed to speak about it at this point, but I think there'll be an official announcement during this window right now.
I'm sorry, it's going to be made. The announcement's going to be made now.
Yeah. Like in one of these days, it's going to be announced.
But we won't tell anyone. So even if you tell us,
yeah, just the 50 million people who are associated with Ayman and love you. Yes, of course.
Well, Inside Edge is this wonderful show. Also, you aced the supervillain on screen. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had fun doing that. Yeah.
The shootouts at Lokhandwala Ka Bhai, which I saw, and then now to the Inside Edge character, which you've made into a popular icon.
By the way, Shootout at Lokhandwala just today came on Netflix. I mean, it's now in the Netflix catalog. So I'm getting a lot of messages and a lot of love for Shootout at Lokhandwala today. Everybody's going like Maya Bhai. Yeah, it's nice.
But Maya Bhai, we will only be happy if you tell us when Prime Minister Modi is coming out. That's
I think we shall have an announcement soon. Breaking news soon.
I'm just pulling your leg, yeah. But tell me one of the things. The second segment, like I said, is called Tum Bhi Karo Na. Okay, so this is the second last thing on the show, and I wanted to ask you, saying, what can young people do sitting at home here? All of us are super bored. What do we do sitting at home?
I think there's just so much to do, man. There's so much to discover. I mean, small things like we take so many pictures, right, in our lives. We click those pictures, we save them on our iClouds or servers or in our phone memories, but we barely spend time actually taking a look at those pictures. So I did a practice where I actually reached out to all my friends and I said, okay, come on, let's do a happy memory challenge. And the whole happy memory challenge concept was that, like, I remembered that 10 years ago I got married. I have all these big albums, dusty, that my wife and I have not even, I think, gone through all of them, about 7 albums. So we sat down with the kids and we actually went down memory lane, watching all the pictures, and it cannot tell you how much joy it gave us. And now it's become a thing where every night before we go to bed, we pull out old photos, old videos, and we watch it with our kids, and we have a lot of laughter in terms of when the bachas were really small, the cute videos of them from that time. So actually savoring those memories, and actually not just shooting it and, keeping it locked away somewhere.
No, how nice. But so tell me, you were saying that you had 7 albums. That basically meant that you would be having at least 10,000 people at the wedding. So yours was the
Yeah,
grand.
man. It was a grand wedding. I think we had close to about 40,000 people at the wedding in Bangalore, and we
Okay,
had
yeah.
about 15,000 people at the reception in Mumbai. So it was crazy. But
Name 1,000.
sorry, yeah, sure.
but so yours was like the big grand Indian wedding.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. Not sure if I'm a fan of it. I mean, everybody I meet now and I tell them, listen, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time, effort, energy. Put that money to some good use somewhere, and acha karo. I mean, I recently saw somebody doing a very cool thing where they went and they got married, like a registered marriage, and then they told all their friends, whoever wanted to, give them gifts to donate to a cause that they all like, and they all pooled the money and they had a celebration with kids at a cause, which was amazing. I thought it was really, really cool for them to do that.
That's really awesome. Was that cause by any chance called IIMUN? But on a more on an even lighter note, let me get into the last segment of what I need to talk to you, and then we'll open it up to a few questions from all these lovely fans of yours.
Sounds good.
So one of the things that I wanted to ask you, it's a 21-day lockdown. It was a 21-day lockdown, yeah.
Right.
So we had prepared 21 questions in rapid fire.
Oh my God.
But because I get that reaction from everyone, so first I cut 21 to 12, then I cut
Okay.
12 to 5, then eventually I cut 5 to 3. So
Brilliant.
I will have
I like this cutting. Cost-cutting measures, austerity.
everyone has to, yeah. I've reduced from having 3 subsidies every day to 1 subsidy. But tell me the
Not
first.
the best news for farmers.
I think my consumption with my size really doesn't matter, yeah.
Yes, I have seen you eat.
That's the first question. The biggest positive, according to you, apart from family time, in coronavirus.
I think, I mean, this is just my personal thoughts. I think it's teaching us there's another way to live, right? It's teaching us that what we did, this mad, hectic kind of life, we were dumping, so much pollution into the oceans. We're, destroying our forests. The air is toxic. This is a possibility. This is an option. You don't have to live like that. And that's what coronavirus is teaching us. It's teaching us to prioritize what's right. We're so busy living life that we forget living life. You're chasing, something that's the means, and you forget about the ends. You're earning to enjoy life with your family, but because of that concentrating on only earning, you forget about the family. So I think this is kind of bringing perspective back and telling you where you belong in the pecking order. Yeah, God is kind of telling you. I think the universe is telling you that, hey, listen, it's not all about you, right? You can hear the birds chirping in Mumbai finally. Yeah.
Right outside my window, I always hear this, and this is very rare because usually the only thing that we hear is the honking of the honking of the cars and the noises in and around. But tell me, you give these perfect answers here. You give these perfect, profound answers. You usually don't attribute these answers to cinema and people in cinema. You attribute these answers to politicians.
Actually, I can attribute this answer to the gentleman I was named after. I'm hugely influenced by Swami Vivekananda. So at a certain age and stage, I need to start behaving and sounding like I'm influenced by him rather than just dancing around trees.
What is that one thing about Swami Vivekananda that young people can today also imbibe? That one quality in Swami Vivekananda that young people also should have. Every young person who will be seeing this.
I think the most incredible thing, if you go back to the World Fair in Chicago when he spoke, and for the first time he said, which has now become such a cliche, bhaiyon aur behno, everybody says it, but he said, my dear brothers and sisters. And here's a man who was, representing a religion at that time. It was a world religion conference. He was representing his religion, and he opened his heart out and accepted everybody. here is a time right now where, in this fear mongering, in this state of fear and panic, in this pandemic, we are getting in those religious grounds a lot, right? People are pointing towards communities and saying, these guys do this and those guys always do that. And it's becoming one of those finger pointing things. I'm just trying to say that, what Swami Vivekananda did at that time, when it was very uncommon to go out there and say that, I'm accepting of all. It was more regimented and structured. I think today's time we should follow that. We should just go out and say we're all brothers and sisters, this whole world, man. I mean, don't rage on any particular religion just because they follow that faith. Let's be peaceful, yeah. Let's look at the harmonious coexistence rather than hate. We hate so easily, man. So that's something that I don't want us to do. I don't think Swami Vivekananda hated anybody.
And Swami Vivekananda,
unless he heard Donald Trump pronounce his name the way he did, Vivekamundan, which gave me all the bald memes that came out on my name, and then I was the first one putting them up and posting them on my profile because I thought it was hilarious. I actually wrote back to Donald Trump correcting him.
How was that? So you actually wrote a letter to him?
No, I wrote a tweet to him. I didn't have the time, energy, and patience to write a letter to Donald Trump because he's definitely not writing back.
No, but 100% for him putting in that effort. Yeah, he mentioned Sachin, but he called him Suchin, and everyone was wondering what was happening in the country. But I think he put in effort.
They thought that he pulled out his speech from Korea, Suchin, something like that.
Let me ask you this burning question. I've asked you this question, but I want you to really answer honestly today.
Okay.
Why not politics? The country needs honest people.
Why not citizenship? In its true sense, man. Why just politics? Why is it that politics have to do it? Yeah, we can do it all, man. We the people. We're so powerful. And you're doing it. Look. You're creating a fantastic future, yeah, for so many incredible people coming out of Aiman. What a great organization, and you're creating such a foundation, man. Big shout out to all those beautiful kids that I had a chance to interact with. Fantastic minds. It was so much fun. It was really cool. I don't want to get into active politics. I need the chances came many times. I've been offered, I think, 5 times for a member of parliament constituency until now, and every time I've just respectfully declined, humbly declined, saying nahi, main sevadhari hu. I'd rather go on working without the restrictions that politics and political parties bring you. I'd rather go on pursuing my causes and things like that, without having to worry about everything else. Rather go on following my heart.
How nice, how sweet. Especially when you're talking about Ayman, that was the sweetest part. But jokes aside, let me ask you this burning final question before we open it up to everybody else. Yeah, the final question from me. This is $1 million question. If you answer this correctly,
when am I getting paid?
We will transfer you 1 million Zimbabwean dollar into your bank.
Brilliant. How much is that translated in Indian rupees?
It's 1 million Zimbabwean dollars. That's all we can say. But
super.
Tell me, who is your favorite talk show host? And I will give you 2 options. These are the 2 biggest people that I have seen ever taking a talk show as a part of a talk show, as a host. One is this wonderful person whose surname is Shah and the first name is Rishabh. And the other person is the person whose first name is Rishabh and the last name is Shah. So the $1 million question here. No, I'm joking. I had to ask a senseless one at the end. Yeah, you made a lot of sense. In fact, the most sense in the second season.
I think for the incredibly delicious organic mangoes that you sent me, I'll take a few more of those punches. It's okay.
You can't tell people how to bribe you. That also.
I had to come clean, right? I had to come and tell them, why am I appearing on this? It's that aam ki peti, ek peti bhej dena.
Okay, now tell me, which is your favorite character in your movies? From the Aam
Which is my favorite character in my movies? I've played 47 characters. So everything from Chandu Nagre to Vikrant Dhawan in Inside Edge. I've had fun playing all of those characters. But some characters have been special, right? So playing the Prime Minister, PM Narendra Modi, that was a really special experience. Then I think my first movie, because it was my first ever love, which was Company, Chandrakant Nagre. That was really, really special. And Aditya Sehgal from Satya, because it was such a simplistic character that, you just had to live it. There was, you couldn't act. It had to be just lived in that moment. So these are a few of my favorite characters.
Oh, nice. I think those are all iconic movies, and there's this one movie which is famous, very very famous, and like you said, because it's released today on OTT platforms, so I'm going to request you to say one dialogue as Maya Bhai.
From Maya Bhai. Actually, I'll do it, but what's going to be priceless is that I'll do it when you repeat after me.
Listen.
This is going to be superb. Imagine Rishabh Shah, the proper, well-spoken guy, going in Bhai lingo. I love it. I mean, I can't wait to see that. That for me is my money's worth. What do you guys at Iman say, man? Don't you want to watch Rishabh go like,
Listen,
full Bhaigiri lingo and Lokanwala?
Listen,
See, look, everybody's going like that. Everybody's going like that. There's a whole bunch of thumbs up. They all want to hear you do that. Come on, let's do it.
Come, let's do this. I think this is for all the punches. This is for all the punches.
Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Ready?
Come. Done.
You got to go in your really baritone voice, right? The bassiest voice you can command. And then go like, Police aayenge na, batti laga ke.
Police aayenge na, batti laga ke.
तो बोलने का माया भाई आया था माया
तो बोलने का माया भाई आया था माया.
yeah well done not bad not bad for your first audition.
If you were to cast such an actor, then the movie would be super super flop. So but no, nobody can do it better than you. Let me jump to the next question, and I'm not going to ask any question of you impersonating one of your characters, because then I know what's going to happen thereafter. So I'm going to ask you other questions. Everyone's saying, how do you manage to look so young? But let me ask you another question, which is actually very relevant. Being such a sweet person off screen, how do you do this?
How do I play the bad guy so well? I don't know, man. I think I'm a decent actor. I observe characters and I like to bring those shades out. I like complex characters. I like layered characters. I remember when I started my career, everybody said, how could you play a gangster in a movie like Company? What's wrong with you? And I did it. Even when I was at the top of my game, Shura Lokhandwala was a villain's role. And people said, what's wrong with you? It's a career killer move. And I said, I love it. I just love the character and I wanted to do it. So I just did Lucifer in Malayalam. And that was an incredible experience because it turned out to be, working with the legendary Mohan Lal after 18 years.
Wow.
Because I did my first film with him in Company. And then he called me and asked me to do Lucifer, and working with him and Prithvi Raj and Manju Warrior, all the legends from Malayalam cinema. That was spectacular.
Phenomenal, yeah. You've had like varied experiences all across. But tell me, do you ever get frustrated because of being isolated? Yeah.
I think I'm not isolated, right? So my morning routine is I wake up, I do my stuff, I make my calls to the States and everything that I need to do. I talk to my friends. I pick at least 2 friends every day that I haven't spoken to in a really long time. I reach out to them. I, definitely do my morning grandparents call where Dada, Dadi, Nana, Nani are all spoken to by the kids. So that's a great bonding exercise. When you do things like that, you don't feel isolated at all, man. I think you have to decide to choose to be positive or choose to be negative, and it's totally your choice. I think unless you're clinically depressed, which then is a different story, but otherwise you can just choose to wake up one morning and say, man, I'm going to do 5 positive things. It'll set the tone of the day. You'll make your whole day positive and it'll be pretty cool.
No, I think, like you rightly said, it is, unless you're clinically depressed. So only for the people who've been watching the show regularly, will we have the clinically depressed depression conversation a little later. But for everyone else, they're fine. But let me ask you on the lightest note and the final question, your most favorite ghar ka khana. Tell me, what is it that you enjoy the most?
I used to enjoy typical dal, chawal, sabzi, all of that. But ever since I started cooking, now, I want to get all fancy, man. Like I made the other day, I made, ratalu, right? Sweet potato.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I made a sweet potato mash, right? And I put chipotle salt and I put some burnt garlic and onion into it and flavored it and made the mash in A2 cow milk. So kept it healthy. Also didn't put like heavy duty cream and butter in it. And along with that, I did like a lightly sauteed and boiled, fresh corn, but with chaat masala and a twist of lime on it. And then I did a chamomile infusion iced tea with maple syrup in it. And my wife was just blown. She was like, what is this? So I'm serious about MasterChef, man. I'm like, I'm killing it. I'm slaying it. I'm like seriously going out there and doing like awesome recipes right now.
I'm running and coming to your house.
I will, I promise you, I will cook a meal for you one day.
No, this is a given.
That's done.
Given. This is a given.
So I'm having so much fun. In fact, today
Come on, me.
we did a game which I think all the people who are watching it right now reach. You can do this at home. So we did something at home which we said start, stop, keep. Right? Start, stop, keep is including the kids. And if you have kids at your house, it's really, really funny. But you can play this with all ages. And start, stop, keep is you allow all the people who love you, who are in your house, to tell you three things. One to start, one to stop, and one to keep. And so you could tell, Rishabh, you gotta continue doing this. That's the keeper. And then you got to stop doing X, Y, Z, or, you got to start doing something else. So it's really cool because it tells you what all your family members think about you. Right? It pulls out some of your worst habits to the front. And then you see them and you're like, shit, I do that? Oh God, I got to get away with that. So I did this with my daughter this morning and her birthday is coming up. And she said something incredible. She said, it was so simple. She was like, Dada, stop waking me up early in the morning because I'm a really early riser. I wake up at 5:36 in the mornings and she hates it that I go and, cuddle in with her and wake her up. She's like, Dada, stop waking me up early in the morning. And then she said, keep cuddling me because I love your cuddles and hugs. And start baking a cake because my birthday is coming up. So her life was very simple.
No, so it's stop, keep, and start.
Yeah. So one thing to stop, one thing that you should start doing, and one thing that they appreciate and love about you that they want you to keep and don't want you to lose. It's the simplest game, but it's a lot of fun.
So on that very poetic note, I am going to keep the promise of coming to your house.
Yeah.
I'm going to start every day by playing this game with my family.
Okay.
And the last thing was
Stop.
And I'm going to stop this episode right now so that you can go and change from the shorts and the shirt into something more comfortable.
I'm going straight to the kitchen now. The shirt's coming off, a banyan is going on, a gamcha is going to come on my shoulder, and I'm going to be Jim M. Sab cooking in the kitchen.
But you're like the bad guy on screen, but the nicest guy off screen, yeah. And it's tremendous knowing somebody like you. I feel really, really happy. And apart from that one dialogue you made me do, I think this was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Lots of love.
In such a sport. Thank you.
Thank you so much.